Tonight, from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's time for Monday Night Football on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Tonight, it's our first Monday night game of the new season, and we've got a good one coming up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. The first of two here on a Monday night, the opener for these two teams as we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And this goes out wide for Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him. And
he will have a Ravens first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. Jackson to Andrews on that one. 1st down, Baltimore. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They convert on third with a gain of 22. Jackson going to keep it running right. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. A shotgun snap and again to Dobbins. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Derek Carr, very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? Yeah, it used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it.
They've got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry runs 51 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Option play, and they'll hand to Dobbins.
It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 51 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Gets through and now an opening. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field.
And this is caught. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. And now it appears John Green wants the officials to take another look at this. So the decision by Gruden to throw the flag, a successful one. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 87 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
When they put the ball in J.K. Dobbins' chest and he carries it, he runs with a lot of determination and aggressiveness. Just one start last year as a rookie, but still managed 805 yards and 9 touchdowns. I think he's ready for a big year 2 leap. Now the lead runner for the Baltimore Ravens.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. 2nd and 8. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. From the 31, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Pulled in by Brown toward the sideline. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They'll run with Dobbins. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's got it. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Edwards. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. So, CD, big changes for 2021. Of course, last year we had the expansion from 6 to 7 teams in each conference making the playoffs. This year, the headline, the addition of a 17th regular season game. What did you think when you heard the news that this was happening?
Well, my first thought, partner, was
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 54 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Derek Carr getting set and ready to go again on offense here. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You've got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Carr now to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. The secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews as the first half is winding down.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote.
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. That'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And even 100 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Now an option play on 2nd down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper. But I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Max Crosby showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
In recent years, pass rush has been a problem for the Raiders. Just 21 sacks in 2020. That ranked 29th in the NFL. What they just did right there, a better example of what they're seeking.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. Jackson now. And this is caught by Watkins.
And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards.
And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Carr, a handoff here to Drake. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown, Vegas. Henry Ruggs. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are back within a score.
I know Paul Beer talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
Hey, you know, every now and then I actually listen to history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Yeah, boy, it is tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. 2nd down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He lost 9 there. That's really going to set him back for 2nd down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. On 2nd down now, Dobbins. A 4-yard pickup that gets him going forward, but still 15 yards left on 3rd down. Now Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player.
We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, Dobbins. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson.
We'll find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, they're going option left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. Carr now on 1st down. And that'll be checked down to Drake. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, Renfro bringing it in over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Carr to throw. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Here's Carr. Open man, that's Renfro. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Carr completes it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The kick by Carlson is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Another run here with Dobbins.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 7. Throwing is Jackson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that's complete to McKenzie. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Edwards. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To the right side, this is Edwards. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll run the toss here. Edwards. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Edwards. Pushes him over. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime, they've just likely won this thing in regulation. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time, they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. One final try now for Carr. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate?